Welcome everybody, day 4. Much more smooth running day today.
Today went according to plan.
Yeah, exactly. No construction or destruction, just really, really smooth. We thought we'd give you this perspective so that you can see the barn in nearly all of its glory. I think we'll probably give you some shots where you can see the whole of the ceiling, but someone mentioned in the comments, I don't know, on one of the previous days, it looks like an upturned boat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
You look like you're in the belly of it.
Yeah. Getting sort of Moby Dick vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But it is funny enough. It does kind of look like that, and it's so high. And we actually had some other people with us today, and they were commenting on the sound and the reverb and the length of the sustain.
Yeah.
Have you ever measured it? Do you know how many seconds it is?
Yeah, it's about 1.7 something.
Okay, so that's the tail length. That's the length of the note after speaking into the reverb, which is pretty good for guitar.
It's perfect for guitar
because it's not too long, where things get really muddy and really confused, but it's enough to give the instrument a little help.
Yeah,
you know?
I find the 2-second mark to be sort of where things get a bit cloying and difficult to really get detail from.
Okay.
So to me, this is kind of a Goldilocks sort of space.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfect. Well, you can see it behind us. It's a great place to come to work every day.
Yes, it is.
It's really lovely. So day 4. So what we had today is we had 2 members of the Interlaken Public Radio, IPR, their team, in here with us. And I'm actually going to let the wonderful Kate Botello explain to you why they were here.
I'm Kate Botello from Interlaken Public Radio. Now, Interlaken is kind of like Hogwarts for artists, boarding school, and Interlaken Public Radio is the online news and music service. We have 2 different stations, and we just did a huge blitz for both of these dudes, both for news and for classical. So I host 2 children's shows. One of them is a daily show called Kids Commute. The other is a podcast called Classical Sprouts, and we covered all their music for those. And then we did another one for the Up North Lowdown, which is for IPR News, and it's way more NPR-like kind of situation. We had them talking to robots for the kids, so they were very good at that. And that's what we're doing, and you'll be able to hear them soon. On Saturday, you can hear them on the Up North Lowdown, and I'm sure these 2 will make sure you know how to get a link to that.
So for all these IPR programs, Kids Commute, Live in Studio A, but on location, Up North Lowdown, Classical Sprouts, we will put links in the description of this video and we'll share them on our socials. So in the coming weeks, you'll actually hear some of the stuff we recorded a little bit earlier before it's out on the official album. You'll get the chance to hear some of it, through those programs. And the programming at IPR is fantastic.
Yeah, really, really, really special.
Yeah, so you'll hear quite a lot of things around the album. We talked quite a lot about Carl Sagan and that philosophy and his writing. We talked quite a lot about sort of breaking things down in different ways for different audiences to explain the process. So that was really interesting. So all the links will be there. We'll share them, and in the coming weeks you can enjoy all of those things. But then we had to say goodbye to IPR.
Yeah.
Because we had to get some work done. So our recording today.
Yeah, today was like Icarus by Ralph Towner. This is a piece we know really well.
It's a friend, this piece.
Yeah,
you know?
we've had this under our fingers for about a year.
Yeah.
We recorded it already, or we made a video of it.
Here.
Literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Exactly a year ago.
So I guess the question is, like, why didn't we not just use that audio and put it on the album?
Yeah, we had talked about that.
You know,
We'd
the lazy man's approach to recording, cut and paste.
Yeah. It could be done, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm using the same setup, but you really need to take like very careful measurements from one session to the next. If you're going to pack up, leave, come back, because we've got all our gear that goes home with me at the end of these sessions, and we have to then strike, set up everything again, etc. And so little subtle differences, I think, can make enough of a difference, especially in a kind of reference type recording that we're making.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That we wouldn't want inconsistency between the sound from the first time we recorded it to the second time. But there's another reason that I think is a little bit more compelling why we'd re-record this piece, which is that unlike Pale Blue Dot, where we were really creating a first document of the piece, written for this session, we're premiering it here. The Towner has lived with us for a while. It's gone on tour with us. We've played it, I believe, at every concert that we have had the opportunity to perform.
That's true, yeah.
And it's kind of been out in the ether, for a little while. And so, pieces really grow after a while, And so we made some discoveries today.
We did, actually,
I think we were playing it a bit faster when we first recorded it. And now we're playing it kind of slower. I think we've
Well, it comes down to programming, doesn't it, really? Like, we've programmed it in different parts of the concerts we've given.
True.
Like, it's been, the end of a first half or the beginning of a recital. And what we've also done is we've probably therefore used it to piggyback onto other parts of the repertoire, or, I think at one point we were playing it very virtuosically, very, very fast. Yeah. Because it's got tons of notes, and at times it kind of starts to become this relentless motion, perpetual motion kind of thing. Yeah. But you're right, with time and sort of gestation of the piece, today we sort of took the pulse back a little bit, made it sit, made it groove. We definitely today thought about the sound in the room much more, and using the room, like you talked about that before, as the third party in the recording. We were really thinking, how does that note sound in the space? And it's a funny thing with repertoire. I mean, like, you do find yourself programming things and using them for certain things in concerts.
No question.
But this was not what we wanted to do today. We wanted to think, okay, how do we like the piece? What tempo do we really enjoy listening to it? So I think it went from like 154 BPM that it's been in gigs to like 138 today.
Yeah.
By the way, talking of Goldilocks zones, I think we found out that my favourite tempo is 138 beats per minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I must just kind of resonate at that groove, because I was like, not 139. Oh no, sir.
That would be so different.
138.
Well, I'm glad you found your home.
I certainly have. Well, hope you've enjoyed all the clips from today. Lots of clips of Icarus. Some great times with the IPR folks, and we will, like I said, share all that when we have it. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow?
Chick Corea, Spain.
Chick Corea, Spain.
Oh, that'll be easy.
Yeah? Day 5 tomorrow, and Spain by Chick Corea. So we've got some practice to do. We've got to have a look at the score. We've got to start thinking about what we're doing for the next day. Thank you for being with us again on the journey. We love being able to share what we're up to day by day, because it makes it feel like, with the comments, that you're part of it with us. So please You've got one more day to ask a question about recording or to make a comment, anything you want on today's video or any of the previous 3 days. Tomorrow's the final day. We're looking forward to it.
Bye for now.